Hello everyone, Skids here and welcome to episode 25 of Fallout New Vegas Mods Weekly. First, I wanna go through small channel update, but for those of you that only came here for the mods, there is a timestamp for each mod down in description. So as all of you may have noticed, I was not very active for the last couple of weeks, and to be honest, things won't probably get better. It is my last year in school now and I need to focus on it, especially if I want to go to university. So now I don't really have much time for producing videos, and that is why my activity will probably only get worse. I'm sorry for that, but I hope you guys understand that school is more important. Anyway, let's get to the mods. First mod we'll be taking a look at is called Stimpack by weijiesen. This mod adds brand new particle effects for almost all surfaces available in Fallout, and it also adds new textures for bullet shell casings. Now in vanilla game, no matter what kind of surface you shot, it always felt the same, and effects were nowhere near as good as they could possibly be. With this mod on, however, particle effects will blow your face off. As you can see on screen right now, they now look a lot better. Like I mentioned, there is a custom effect for each surface, so now there is a difference between shooting wooden door and a glass window. Different effects also apply for different types of calibers, so for examples, shotguns leave bigger bullet holes than pistols, and so on. Martyr's main inspiration for creating this mod was fear. In fear, every bullet you shot left a visible impact on surface, and weapons felt a lot more powerful, and Martyr wanted to recreate this feeling in Fallout New Vegas as well, and I think that he did a good job. There are 3 versions of the mod available. You can either choose one for low-end PCs, or go all the way to Michael Bay version that was designed for high-end computers. Now, only problem you may have with this mod is the amount of compatibility patches you have to install, especially if you have heavily modded game. But otherwise, this mod will definitely be a great addition to your game. New particle effects and decals look amazing, and you should go ahead and download it. Next up we have Courier 6 Goodsprings Compound by Barbarossa 2000. This mod adds a new house in Goodsprings. Now this is not just any usual house mod, it also comes with armory and barracks for followers. There are 2 versions of this mod. One that only adds buildings, the LITE version, and then the original one that also adds tons of new weapons and armors into armory and your house. As you can see on the outside, there are also some additional campers and campfires along with some nice art on the buildings themselves. First, let's take a look at house. Inside it has same structure as Doug Mitchell's house, and it is stacked up with weapons just like Mitchell's house is, especially if you install few weapon mods. Anyway, in full version, you can find DLC weapons and armors in your living room, just in case you want to get your hands on them early in game. Otherwise, you can find all the basic things you need for living here, like water purifiers, ovens, infirmary, garden, and so on. What I loved most is that Martyr hand placed all of these items on shelves and tables. It must have took him a long time to do that, and I really appreciate it. Now let's take a look at armory. Here you can find tons of unique weapons and armors that Martyr created for this mod. They all use vanilla assets, but have unique statistics and names. It is not even possible for me to showcase all these new items. I would need to do a separate video for that, so I only recorded some of my favorite ones, so here's a few shots of them. Now let's take a look at barracks. Here you can leave your followers to chill out, or you can stay here as well if you feel like. Interiors look very good, and I enjoyed overall design of all 3 buildings. So in the end, I have to say that Martyr did a very good job, and I definitely recommend this mod for everyone. Moving on, we have 3 small retexture mods, so let's take a look at them. First we have Holodisk Retex by Aogara. This mod, as the name suggests, retextures holodisks. As you can see in vanilla game, it looks horrible, it is blurry and low res, just like most of small clutter things. With this mod on, however, it looks a lot better. There are 3 versions of this mod available: Dirty, Aluminum, and Iron one. My personal favorite is probably Dirty one. It fits the lore most, since you know we are in desert and holotapes would probably get dirty. Anyway, all 3 versions look great, new textures are detailed, high res, and I really like how it looks like the tape is inside the glass discs. It makes it look a lot better. So yeah, a great mod and I definitely recommend it. Second retexture I have for you today is called High Resolution Bobby Pin Box by Jokerine. This mod retextures bobby pins. Most of you probably never even bothered dropping them on the ground, and that is what Obsidian thought as well, since the texture for bobby pins is horrendous. Retexture fixes that by making it high res and a lot more detailed. Also, I did not notice there is a second side of bobby pin until I already recorded this review, so that is why is there no comparison shot of those pretty ladies. I'm sorry. Anyway, a great mod, so make sure you check it out. And final retexture we will be taking a look at is called Fallout New Vegas HD Stimpack by Thegreatgamecreator. And yes, this time Stimpacks were retextured. Instead of dirty, low-res, dangerous-looking needle, Stimpack now has a new metal look that makes it look a lot more like medical equipment. Even though some may argue that now it looks way too modern. For me personally, a good-looking modern Stimpack is better than meh-looking lore-friendly one. For me, this mod definitely gets a recommendation. Next up we have SHEMAGHES and SCARFS by malhomsi. This mod has tons of scarves, bandanas and SHEMAGHES in the game. You can find them near Goodsprings General Goods Store in a box. Now these models were originally created by Tumba and were retextured by the author. Now like I said, there are tons and tons of new head covers added and I really liked all of them. Retextures look very good, they are HD, detailed, they look just like real life scarves and so on. They also fit the lore very well. Since we are in the desert, it seems logical that people would be wearing scarves and SHEMAGHES for protection. As you can see, there are tons of color variations as well. You can find red, white, black and orange scarves here, along with few more color patterns for bandanas. You can also combine them together and create the face wrap of your dreams, since some of the SHEMAGHES only cover head and some also include scarf. I personally love this mod, since I love scarves in real life as well, and I would definitely love to own one of these. Also, I'm sorry if I pronounce SHEMAGHES wrong, I just have no idea how to pronounce it. Anyway, like I said, a great mod, full of great looking head protectors that you can use. Only problem you may have is that some types of beards clip through, but otherwise this mod deserves a download for sure. And the last mod we'll be taking a look at is called Star Trek Original Series Phaser by DMagnus. This mod adds a new energy weapon into the game. You can find it south of Nipton Road Stop, just head for the buried plane and then head left to the Scorpion's Burrow. There you should find two skeletons with weapons near them. This weapon comes with custom model, textures, sound and even a custom Pip-Boy icon is included. As you can see, it looks just like Phaser from Star Trek, that every fan of this show probably knows, and when I compared it to the original one, the one in game looks just as good as the one in show. Textures look amazing, they are detailed, HD, model is great as well, and only problem I encountered were flashing textures that occasionally appeared when I pulled the weapon out, but that was probably a problem on my side. I also really like the sound. There are 3 combat modes for this weapon. First one is called Phase, standard fire mode with red beam. Then there is Stun, that knocks down enemies and has a green beam. And finally we have Kill, blue beam of death that partially ignores armor. You of course have to have certain ammo for certain combat mode. Personally, I think that Phaser is a little bit overpowered, especially if it one-shots super mutants. Otherwise, this is an amazing weapon, I liked it, and you should go ahead and check it out. And yeah guys, I guess that's it for this episode. I hope you don't mind that this episode is short, but like I said, I really don't have much time now. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, leave a like if you did, tell me what you think about it in the comments, subscribe for more Fallout, Skyrim, DayZ and Stalker content, and I will see you next time.